on this map. This is two teams in form, fired up off Dust 2, going head-to-head in the most prime map possible. They must have been, there was too much reverence to pick it against each other, but too much confidence to ban it out of the veto.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm so ready. Yeah.
Let's get it on, folks. Final map of the circuit.
Let's go.
Someone's taking the money. Someone's taking the crown. Someone's taking the win here on Inferno, where all great best of threes end.
The map that everyone thinks that their shit doesn't stink on. The map that everyone wants to play, thinks they're so good. These are the teams that show them that they're not. I won't be complaining about someone not going for map control or playing a site too passively or playing scared. None of that with these two teams. None of that garbage. They both know what it means to earn a round, and they both know that they have to earn each and every single one.
Tons of utility for Astralis to play it. We get the smokes over top, coupled with the apps pop. Suda inside of the site. 3 CTs running very quickly down Banana to try and get behind all this. Glaive, he's going to get caught with the smoke grenade out, and nawwk just shoots him through the wall, but Device, he's got that quick answer off the P250. Another CT, but nawwk's looking crisp. Magisk takes it back. Man advantage for Astralis in the post plant. zywoo with the CZ. And nobody really goes for any kind of a peek. He's allowed to jump down into the pit, but he's all that's left over. He got the headshot versus Magisk. Controlled firing with the CZ75, but it's not going to be there for him. Astralis win first pistol.
Plays with it like it's a USP. Not a single 2-bullet burst as he comes out with the amount of distance between him and his opponents. Tries to be careful about it, but they get shut down. This is Astralis taking the opening round. A couple of nice shots being hit, and there will be lots of nice shots on this map. Oh yeah, this will be a heater for sure. Now we'll see. This is so we want to set this up. Maybe we'll do it in this next round if Astralis survive the anti-force. Push comes into alt, and oh my god, it looks like they might not. The tank starts rolling down mid. Apex to have his fallback, and now they'll peel back, rotate over towards the B site as Device feels a bit uncomfortable with the idea of sitting passively. Starting to peek for information, but the T's haven't made a decision yet. Can you believe this? Glaive has the audacity to come up middle after what he just saw, but look who lies in wait. It's Apex.
And he hits the shot. Blood splattered on the arch side, smoke at his face. Everybody else for Vitality just comes barreling down Banana at the moment.
The site is open. If they cross mid, they can turn the corner.
Got away. Not
Device
even.
Gets caught. They'll have to run off this. Magisk, he's still here to fight. They think there's someone here on the A site, and they're going to let this torpedo of CTs charge right at them. Deny themselves a chance of even getting a plant, and Glaive will get taken out with the flank.
He just crumples into the corner.
They couldn't believe it, that they had rotated that heavily off of the site. They came through and won the eco. Maybe this sets it up even more nicely, Connor. This is a map. We have their third Dust 2 loss, okay? They played Dust 2 far more with nawwk than they have Inferno. But on Inferno, 7 maps, they have not lost one. Since nawwk has started playing Inferno with Vitality, they have not lost once.
Scout from nawwk, speak of the devil. Takes the head clean off Device. This is, of course, the buyback from Astralis. zywoo gonna make quick work of the banana push, sees nothing, and falls immediately back as the deagle shots zing by. I feel like you can still feel that energy from Dust 2. You know how fast we were getting on Dust 2?
Yeah, that speed was always crazy towards the end too. As soon as they felt each other out, and it wasn't random, right? They weren't just throwing stuff at the wall. The tempo gradually raised in both halves as they started to figure out where the weaknesses were. So you're right, we've got the buyback. nawwk will spot a foot. Maybe throw in some sneakers and make his way over towards the A site. Rotation is coming in. 4 Ts here to press up. What's the counter utility for Vitality?
Just zywoo. Lines up too. Needs the reload. Apex doesn't have vision. Rotates already pretty quick over. Pressuring it with the flashbangs inside of the pit so that the CTs on site can just keep their vision up. And sure enough, more money for the SMG. 3 kills for zywoo and a second round for Vitality. Now Astralis have to get sent back into the save. Not a good look for the early T side. This was Nevera's scout through mid.
Yeah.
Missed the first shot, went right back, and gets the better of Device.
It was a testy situation to even think about having to buy back, knowing that off of the counter force, Vitality basically lost nothing. So we're looking at Astralis's Inferno. They had 1 loss. It was an anomaly of a loss. 3-16 versus Mousesports in the Grand Finals DreamHack Masters winner. Apart from that, 3 wins since then, and 4 wins before that.
Oh my goodness, the money from Masuda. Racks up 2 kills with that MAC-10. zywoo takes the same spot, and, well, he gets himself a double as well. Gonna have some kills here, at least 2 versus Vitality, but still a flying start for the CT side. We're already looking at 4 players above $8,000 before they come into this buy, and they still kept some of the tools from the previous round. So sure enough, Astralis on the first buy, the first real buy of this T side. And the counter-terrorists' cash still stacked. Nevera immediately into the AWP. Still an SMG and a couple FAMAS for Vitality. Don't fall over now. I know you're excited, Laundry.
Too much action.
I need you standing, buddy. Frag grenade and a Molotov go soaring beyond Magisk. Oh, look at this push. Apex, no respect. And he falls back right thereafter. 5v4 made immediate by Vitality, and they just slip away.
This one map is for $225,000, Connor. Second place gets 85 grand. That is nothing to scoff at.
We like to keep it top heavy here at Blast. Winners are rewarded. And Glaive seeks a reward for taking the front line on this A site. RPK keeps his head tucked. Could pop up at a moment's notice. Nevera, he's looking over towards Arch, so it's contact from the pit player. But Masuda's not watching lane. And the moment RPK pops up, jaCkz should be able to get him. If
RPK
Glaive can kill the pit player, that's everything.
RPK is waiting for contact from someone else, and they have outs here. Nevera comes in to watch Halls, but they have everything covered. Masuda is the loose piece.
Yep.
If no one crosses his vision, no one else needs to make a move. RPK, he tucks his, he pops his head up, but again, Nevera comes into the play, and Masuda has still been here, and he's unaccounted for.
Yeah, slips over. He's still now standing in the open. Nice accuracy. Welcome back, Masuda. 2 headshots off of the pit. Looked like Glaive was trying to get Masuda to peek into him or have Nevera walk back with that op. And Nevera, he gave Glaive the duel, but Glaive,
it's just a pull the
falls victim to it. Through the barrel that shot goes, and then Masuda closes with the crisp M4 headshots. 4-1 for Vitality.
A pull the pin play, right? Like they have so many protocols in place. Everything's being watched. They no longer even have to communicate. They can just literally play off of one person's vision and make decisions from there. So another half up here from Astralis as they come barreling down mid with the G-force. And oh, zywoo will shut them down right in their tracks. Almost the 4K on the FAMAS. dupreeh will stop him. Finally, somebody has.
Oh, but the nade. Oh, and another one. Apex.
That's money.
Dunked. Ow, and the span through too. Vitality on fire. 5 rounds in a row. No bomb plants coming in for Astralis. They have not skipped a beat.
Just that quick answer back. This is one matchup where I'm not even sure it'll lean to the T side, right? These are 2 teams that play CT side so immaculately that is just impossible to not get map control unscathed. They fight tooth and nail, all parts of the map, all the time. We've seen the looks from Vitality across all maps, right? You have to give them full credit. Sometimes they know how to safely push 2 different parts of the map and trust that they have the aim to pull it off. We're trying to get an in-between timing here, coming up fast onto Banana. zywoo will have his feet to the fire. Nevera's here on the fallback. He could only get one potentially if they don't trade it. And oh my God, the fire will actually separate his next opposition, and he'll come back for more. He is not afraid.
No. Not afraid one bit. Looking to keep that op active. Masuda, good grenade. Takes 30 health off dupreeh. nawwk still standing here on the other side of the fire, and Device, well, he's locked into the logs.
The rotation's just perfect here, nawwk, because they can trust him and he feels comfortable. He hasn't left his post, even cleared out close right. It's nothing for him to be afraid of at all. As soon as he comes back, Apex will come to try to support. They've got the double lane setup. They haven't seen anything for this entire time. Astralis may think that they've vacated something, but they haven't. Look at this. Vitality, they're getting ready to peek down mid. They have RPK.
The confidence.
Cleaning this out completely. Full focus from the CTs in the site.
Let's see it, nawwk. First shot misses as he takes to the back site, and a second one off of the mark. Now it's Apex's job to try and hold on, but look at RPK. Full speed ahead. Glaive gets cut down. Man inside a pit, holds his ground. dupreeh then gets traded. We're into the 2 versus 2. And that bomb tucked in behind Nubox. Apex looking to get into the gunfight. Magisk cuts it down, but Masuda, 3 kills for him, plus the flash assist to get into the clutch to begin with. 5 rounds the lead for Vitality.
Damn, holds his nerve. Clothesline like it was the WWE. That's good night. Another clutch up for Masuda. Coming at him like a ton of bricks off a balcony. Not stopping. Winning his duel versus Magisk, continuing on from what we saw on Vertigo. Pretty much the only player that could test him. And Masuda still stands tall. Another halfie for Astralis.
Apex again, just no respect. Risk after risk, aggression. Following aggression, Vitality will not give Astralis room to breathe. And that's going to minimize any effectiveness in half-buys like this.
And they pick all the spots to kind of re-push, peek things. They do it in such a classy way. It just looks so clean, right? They're coming down banana now. They're going to have a target. It's actually Glaive, the one rifle of the round. Gets the timing on the peak. This might shake up the CTs a little bit. 4v3. Immediately, Vitality come back for bracket control.
Oh, that feels good.
Well, there's another thing coming.
RPK, though, still in the middle of it all. Falls back, Mac 10 tries to give chase. He's gotten himself locked into the corner as he was trying to run over as quick as he can. RPK, oh, he's got it all! From the corner, guns down 3, no room for Astralis.
Oh my God, no one stops the tank. Sits in his post. Scared as soon as he gets bullet shot at him, but that doesn't mean he's gonna miss. Handles it all.
10 HP the difference for him as he locks into the corner, makes them come to him.
And he had help right there coming into play. Vitality continue on fire.
That
Pack
tank
time out.
locked in like a howitzer just sends the shells soaring. 6 rounds the lead. Vitality CT side looking flawless. No bomb plant. None.
It's coming close in a couple of spots. They're still able to find the kills, but we haven't got the closeout round to get them back into the game. They're trying to beat the timings on banana. They're finding the fights. Vitality are there for the fights, but they're good enough to win them too. This is definitely the biggest problem. If we swap halves, who knows what happens, but unless Astralis score, 5, 6 rounds, we might not even be able to see anything substantial from them. Vitality know how to take a half and run with it. They did that on Vertigo. Masuda coming into the halls. Another piece of aggression. It gets shut down here by Zypix. Immediate answer back by nawwk again.
Magisk, his head was sticking out of the underground. That's an easy pickup for the op. zywoo throws himself onto the half wall. There are 2 players right there beneath him, but he's more focused over on dupreeh. So that's an easy pickup and an easy open B site for Astralis.
Oh man, they had no idea. He was there to try to get info, thought he was there early enough, but players had already moved in. They got furniture set up. They were just confused listening to that jump. Well, that is one way back into the game and open on this single kill. There's nothing about the setup that works out so well for Astralis that you could expect that they got what they wanted out of the round. They just maybe got a bit lucky that zywoo goes that aggressive in the moment. and expects he's just caught some kind of timing. No matter for Vitality, they stay majority alive, keep a surplus going. Allow the bomb plant to go down. Are going to look for some punishes. This could actually be key.
Looking to keep them locked back with that bomb. It goes off, and the CTs can't quite challenge because of the fire at their feet. So 4 members survive for Astralis. But like you said, this is fine for Vitality. They keep majority alive. Economy in a great spot.
I think they just can't even believe their eyes that they see him up there, right? They could have just pre-fired it, but didn't.
How confident are you? How dare you?
Yeah. Nearly catches the player in the back first. That could have been a series of tragic events. But instead, it's a round 1 after a couple of key trades answering back. But this multi-pronged attack from Vitality is allowing them to refrag when they take an aggressive option.
Good utility usage. Device down to half.
Oh, they got him between two mollies.
And the frags continue on. More and more and more. He has 9 health by the time that they're out of grenades.
They aren't looking to speed this up. They're trying to press up, make it appear as though they're going for some fast B exec to try to catch any of the pushes that might come. Down mid, through halls. That's why dupreeh is still back here. Instead, right now, we just have some rotations in for Vitality. They've done considerable damage, at least to device. That's a small win. You know that the re-aggression is coming in shortly. It's just about what the timing is for Vitality. They want to be able to rotate freely, and here they'll finally re-aggress on map control just as Astralis turn away. There was nothing more annoying than fighting that hard for map control, only for it to be taken back the very moment you leave.
Completely standing in the open. Now it's crunch time onto the A site. Masuda in the little pit. dupreeh fully flashed, and the flashes from Vitality have been fantastic across both of the last 2 maps. Masuda only good for the first one. Apex, he's got the 2. Device dives down into the site. 20 seconds as zywoo does not respect you enough to let you take that plant.
They have a free player to try to push him. No chance. Device needs to get that bomb down, and he's already low from all of the grenades early on. We saw Glaive get punished for leaving Banana for just 1 second. That's how quickly Vitality were willing to take back map control, and it wins them the round. They're getting disrespected. Surely, Glaive is going to catch on to this. That's key. They can't scare him enough to fake. That's the problem. If Vitality are always going to answer back with a double push, they have to be able to wait for it and meet that push, or this is going to keep happening to them. It's the same thing that they do on their CT side. So they should know how to deal with it.
Bullets back and forth, and they concede. Ooh, that could have been the headshot. zywoo tries to chase it.
I got a bit of info here. 2 players left side in the site. Oh my
Another
God,
attempt.
just taking the tri-duel.
Oh, Magisk.
He'll win it versus zywoo, swinging wide.
And now they've got that 1 man inside of the site, and the CT scrambling through their spawn.
Yeah, they hit the red button a little bit. So
There's no way they come back for banana control once they've lost a player, right?
Well, but now they have even more reason in some sense. They have Navera opping as well, but they're down to 4 players. So either they gamble, overstack a site, or again, they try to go for map control. After what we saw last round, maybe they're too scared to do it. We'll have the 3 lean to B instead. And these 3 rifles, they're actually coming up on the archway.
Yeah, it looks like they want to push around the side of the
Oh my God,
smoke.
the Cubby setup. We saw Melsports abuse this versus Astralis. It worked out so damn well.
Masuda's going to be challenged with holding off the push. He's got RPK over the shoulder. Utility starts to come in. Ooh, Molotov inside of the site. Masuda not comfortable at all. RPK trying to save the day. He's got himself 2 kills already. Masuda delivers, and RPK almost getting it all. But jaCkz, he's got himself into the clutch. 20 health.
10 seconds. Navera, he could actually start to move out quickly, try to ice out this angle. He's got the op to work with. He's got to be nervous.
The flash hits the mark. 16 shots in the magazine. jaCkz to the top rope, but Navera doesn't miss.
He does not care, comes through, hits the shot clean. Too much health there to work with. RPK does it all with that spray down. The USP damage to top it off. There is nothing left for them. Off of the side of this default, spamming them with a barrage of bullets through the box.
And Masuda lives long enough to get into that gunfight as well. When he was first incendiaried out of his initial position and was falling back, dude, it looked like he was going to get wrecked. For him to find impact there with RPK, because RPK gets them scrambled,
that was
rock solid defense.
They got Apex in the cubby. That was the easiest the site will ever be to take. But RPK stands strong. Masuda stayed there long enough, got a kill and delayed. There was nobody in the pit for this lane setup. There wasn't a proper crossfire from the CT side. They had to get innovative. You know, in the sandbox that is Counter-Strike, we're going to have situations like that come up all the time. And you've got to figure out a way back into the round. Vitality do it this time. nawwk keeps onto the op. At least for Astralis' sake, they have a bye. But what they need now is rounds. Too many close situations lost. Too many favorable engagements have fallen through.
zywoo just charges into them, and that's going to come at a cost. They run the risk, and now the 5v3 is what Astralis are left with. Apex on the other side of this. Nobody's going to overface. He gets burned further into the corner. Can't quite manage the spray for a second kill. B site wide open.
It's an instant save here from the CTs. Smoke will come down. They can try to push if they want to, but it looks like Astralis are already thinking about how to hunt this down. They're going to make sure no stack is in sight, no wild risk being taken, and with one spotted, bomb will now make its way over towards the B site. And dupreeh, he is in Dishonored mode, looking for the sneaky frag.
You know, the T side of Dust 2 for Astralis was 2 one-off anomaly round wins, and then that spree of victories to close. When Vitality gave them just a little bit of space at the end, it came back to haunt them. Well, right now, they've got the pistol and round 9. The 12th also theirs by way of 5v3, thanks to Device. How many more do they slip onto the scoreboard before the first 15 comes to an end?
Look how good that flash was, too. Right now, Astralis cannot keep up with the CD side of Vitality, so they're trying to strip away the strategy and bring it down to timings. Forcing the issue on Banana, they did the same thing on Dust 2. They're trying to take up the pace, put some pressure on the CTs. In the beginning of the round, when everyone's throwing nades and expecting some kind of setup to come out, this is when they're trying to get in between the timing. Not when Vitality get comfortable, because that's when they're at their absolute best. Vitality can still absolutely win with some of these openings, but Astralis are finding it easier to punish in these moments, and they're at least finding this. This gives them some hope in the half, but they are absolutely getting out-called at the moment.
Six rounds the difference. A buy-in from both sides. 13-5 RPK. 10-4 nawwk.
This game is 3-9, but it's already been a pleasure to watch. And you know, for Astralis, they don't think about it like your average matchmaking game. This is a match they could easily come back into. They need to put the pieces together to get the 6th-round half, and then they can move on from there. They have the game plan and tools to build back brick by brick. The reason they can put together these comebacks is because they don't look at it as luck.
They take it step by step. And they're stepping towards RPK. He's going to give chase. There's 3 Ts here, and of course, he shuts down the front runners.
He has been a monster. Went 27-7 versus Mousesports the other day.
15-5 at the moment.
22 kill CT side, may I add. And now is putting up similar numbers at a similar pace versus Astralis. 31, by the way.
Oldest player in the top 10.
Three-on-5 situation, and Astralis, they have the space they want, but it costs them 2 players. They know you can get Vitality to play back in sights in this moment. They're fine with it.
This could bode well.
Yeah, nawwk's got his eyes peeled, trying to take this open duel. The throw of smoke actually causes a rotation here on the CT side. nawwk shifts focused. and he's starting to come back through CT. Amole lands in front of him. What is happening here?
They're face to face. They start firing off, knowing that they had just come face to face inside of the smoke. But dupreeh's not going to get the better of it. nawwk peeks off with a pistol. 10 seconds here for Magisk to die.
Oof.
Because they're going to chase him down after the clock expires. He comes back in, almost catching one off guard, but that is not the case. Double digits established for Vitality. And while there is still money for Astralis, there are waning few rounds. RPK, those 2 kills. And this was the full smoke, of course. They saw nothing until they realized what was going on. And I believe RPK hits him from behind to take him down. Does not enable that pinch onto the B bomb site. 5 rounds, the best case scenario for Astralis.
Yeah, they'll take it at this point, because it could be a lot worse. So far, they've had to rely on some crazy B entries early on in the rounds. But now Vitality, they're starting to take the aggression to different places, right? Focusing now on brackets. They always play heavy brackets, and here, nawwk will get gunned down from the bottom of mid, while flashed, instant headshot, and RPK will have it all to do. But he will deliver.
Oh, he's almost got himself the 3. It's Masuda off the other side. Magisk gets the better of him, and now he's down into the 1v3 clutch with 2 kills on the scoreboard already. And a 1v2 coming at him quick. Oh, and zywoo lands the nade to blow him away and take away the chance of that 5th round. 4 is still possible, but they'd have to finish off this half with something special, because this is only the 2nd time they've even gotten a bomb plant.
Dude, the trades are incredible. All at the top of mid. That's with an opening on nawwk. They wanted to jump on that opportunity. They've got Astralis so scared at this point. They're not willing to sit back after a kill and work map control slowly. They are definitely worried every single round about losing to the smallest margins, and will jump on every opportunity. But when they do, they still have to go through Masuda and RPK on the A site. There is no easy place to go. The only thing left, I think, is like another Halls pop potentially, where we know that Vitality love to focus down on mid. See how freely, how liberally nawwk is peeking. Apex over the fire is able to find a headshot on device and get away with his life.
Dodges out as he throws down more utility here, just hampering the tease. That frag is fantastic, and it turns them away on an instant. Now they are entirely clumped up at the bottom of middle, and if they want this brackets control, well, it's more of a trap than anything else, because we've got apps under the guard of Vitality. And those 2 apartments players at some point are going to go peeking into alt mid. If they see nothing, Arch rotates over to B site, and maybe he can get here in time. We've got the utility in hand for the 2 CTs inside of this site. Final attempt for Astralis. 3 rounds is desperate. 4 is not great. And Apex, well, he hits the dirt. It's on zywoo. He's already gotten 1 kill, and he tries to go for something more. He does get himself a 2nd. It's a man advantage held onto by Vitality. Glaive, he's going to put that bomb down. And now we've got a post plant. A final chance for the T side to get that 1 round buffer. A little more hope as they will take to the CT side in an attempt to deny Vitality.
dupreeh still has a smoke. 2v3, we got full kits. They can molly out quad. Oranges if they like. Smoke goes down on construction.
At a CT1 towards banana. More utility comes flying in. Glaive, he's going to post up. Everybody on that same angle. And it's so damn close, but it's not theirs for the taking. 12 rounds for Vitality. A back and forth affair that left us with the 16-14 on Dust 2. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 more half. It's the CT side of Inferno. This is the map that they took over. This is the map that they defined utility usage. And maybe, if they dig deep enough tonight, they can give Vitality a run for the money. A run for that 225 grand that is sitting there, ready for first place to take.
I would not call this too soon. I think the stats would lean T side. I think with this matchup specifically, it's going to be all about CT. Not that Vitality won't be able to keep up, and this pistol could mean the world. Astralis have put themselves in the worst position possible to even think about what they can do in this half. It all starts right here.
This kind of a score line, it's so daunting. You know, you'd be afraid Astral. Oh, tippity tap back from Device. 2 headshots is all he's gonna get. Then there's suddenly this burst of energy. Vitality trying to challenge, and they've got this split. zywoo missing Glock shots, gonna recover, and we're down into the clutch. It's Apex versus Glaive. 40 health versus 60. Smoke, no kit, and an apartment position with eyes up. Apex, he dives back in. Glaive, he's gonna smoke him off, force him out into the open. One tap is not enough. Apex calls the bluff. Goes for it a second time. Apex thinking about it, jiggling, wiggling, and yet he has not run out.
way!
There are ice in his veins, and there is no longer enough time. Glaive, he's gonna get the kill, but there's no defuse for him. Apex is a statue, and Vitality, 13 rounds to 3.
He stands like an obelisk over Astralis. They stare up at him in awe, but they can't do anything to stop him. They don't know what he's going to do. And it's just patience.
He wins by doing nothing.
IQ alone. With the smoke in his face, Glaive is going to be kicking himself. Could have got the 10-second stick with that smoke.
Hands off the keyboard.
Two taps. Oh my God. 13-3. I mean, what we saw in Dust 2. I mean, we'll lightning strike twice. And that was, excuse me, that was Dust 2 the first half. Astralis, I mean, they would have to do something extraordinary at the moment. Vitality would have to completely drop the ball. They are down to the deagles and armor in a situation where Vitality know what they're going to buy. The Cubby setup, it works out well. They've got but they got the 2 entries in response. Dupreeh pushes into the halls. They've got Magisk back in the pit. A lane split ensues, and Magisk, he's been clutch with the deagle, but he can't put together a single kill this time. Zypix, the last man to rotate in no man's land. He'll go back into B, sit and wait, and that's Vitality on 14.
The HP of Vitality tells you the tale of what could have been. Astralis, they soften them up at every step of this A hit, but not enough bodies fall on the side of Vitality. Fell. Zypix, nowhere to be found. Hangs on to the deagle for the next round. And what do you do at 14 here, Launders? Do you force all the way?
You don't. I mean,
you concede that 15th and try to run back 12?
They completely blew the first half. It put themselves in such a horrible position. I mean, no matter where they go with this, it's not going to be a good decision. Like, they have to, I don't know. They can invest in this situation, but even if they do, it's such an unlikely round. Some nades are going to be bought. They're going to invest light buy next. Play back from 15. It would take a master class from Astralis and a total misstep from Vitality. They would have to choke.
A collapse.
They would have to choke. And these, I mean, I think this is the only matchup right now where I would actually hold my breath for that. Where I would actually, you know, give Astralis the time of day and actually think about this seriously. And we'll see. They'll virtually concede here with just the USPs, but they'll stack up the correct location.
Smoke to the side of the CT. A little bit of damage comes in. Apex and zywoo. Nevera as well. They clear out all the corners. They're fine. There's that moment of pressure. That moment of hope for Astralis. But of course, Vitality tear right through it, as they have all map long. Inferno looks like it is absolutely theirs for the taking. No doubt at this point. 12 rounds to run back this series.
The miracle run. So they need one final chance. One final chance.
Dust 2 made you believe. Vitality, they fought tooth and nail to take that one the distance, and Astralis slipped 3 rounds onto the scoreboard to close it, to take us here to Inferno. And you're thinking to yourself that these two teams are the best in the world, but Vitality have cemented themselves ahead of Astralis.
With this, yeah, this is Their two map pools going up against other teams, using them as whetstones on their way to this one best of 3.
This is not a victory by way of veto.
To play Dust 2 and to play Inferno. Apex leading the charge up mid. It'll get stopped, but a 1-for-1.
At a peek out, dupreeh gets the double. Now it's all onto the short side. RPK, who's just been instrumental, is going to find himself cut down. zywoo in for the 1 versus 3. And there is no reason to not believe that he could close this here. But jaCkz takes his head off, and Astralis will keep fighting.
That's sharp. They stay alive. The instant that they get guns, they win. There's a sign. But Vitality, they've got so many rounds to work with. They can try anything. There's not even one round here that Astralis have to work with. They're going to hear the sound of a map, a series, and tournament point every single time they start the round. It looks clean. But Vitality could risk it on a fast round like that, and in style. They still can. They've got options. RPK, 104 ADR on the map, 19 and 10 after an extraordinary first half.
Pop up from Nevera. Oh my.
What?
He's got fire at his feet, a flash in his eyes, and more utility inbound. Glaive, he's not going to let off this pressure, but neither's Vitality. Trying to charge through the smokes, trying to chase down the CTs. Flashbang goes out, but there's so many players there. They get their man advantage and then some. Device, he tries to slip out mid, but Glaive, he cuts off that bomb. He gives his team a chance. He's got all 3 frags so far, gets himself the 4th. A little bit more here for Astralis, it seems. But zywoo waits in the corner, executes dupreeh, and turns this one back, hunting for his 22nd frag, hunting for his tournament win. Glaive falls away, knowing that one more headshot gives him the ace. Oh, and it's through smoke, of course. The Glaive gets this one down to the wire. zywoo disengages, comes back as the smoke begins to fade. Glaive on top of the logs, shuts it down with an ace. As many rounds for Astralis as kills on Glaive.
Takes
10 more
bomb.
rounds to go.
Drops it. Says, you gotta stay here, come back. That play from zywoo to catch the mid flank in the 2v1. That was straight energy. The patience to know that was coming was crazy. Glaive puts together the ace when they need it the most. Holy hell.
A man with nothing to lose.
Yeah. But not playing to lose. Understands the circumstances perfectly, but plays the situation with confidence. Leading by example. Some big performances from him recently. 10 rounds left. Not a good sign that that one came so close. Even his teammates all falling around him when Banana was the initial problem.
Vitality just playing like a ball of energy. They had 3 players ready for those banana peaks.
Yeah, the wicked whip back.
And they're going to just try and charge around to the arch side. dupreeh, he's inside of the cubby. Whoa, Apex whips it around and does get the headshot despite dying. Magisk, he's got himself 1 kill. It's a trade back from Device. 4v2. They're holding off on the A site, sustaining for now. Nevera going to create a little bit of space. He gets himself another, and zywoo, he takes down a 3rd player. Now it's on jaCkz. He took his break, and he came back refreshed. But he is 8 and 15 at the moment. These last 2 Ts are so incredibly close to death. A single shot each would get the job done. And they've disengaged from one another. Separate 1v1s for jaCkz if he can find them. But time is of the essence. Bomb almost at the halfway point already. We've got Vitality using zywoo to come around through the apartments. jaCkz, he's concerned that there's a player inside of the site, but that is not the case. And now he's turned his back, and that could be a fatal mistake. Time ticking quick. The op shot draws his attention, and zywoo takes the kill. Vitality, ladies and gentlemen, are your Blast Fall Finals champions.